into
Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a
calm
thing, can I kick it? Just the first
sleep.
I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Could count on my phone and look at my dogs from way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat grits. How did you let it go?
Sleep. Cut.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him in a third-down situation.
It's a chapter instrument. Yeah. I used to play with him.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They started a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game, and guess what? The lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now the return, here comes Randall Cobb. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Watson bringing up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll take it forward for about 5 to the 28-yard line.
Não, porque
Can we shoot it? Can we shoot it?
And be frank about it. Most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
You get hurt.
Throw going to Fuller. He's getting gets this out across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we have with the coaching staff is, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown.
Together.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
T-H-E-R. Together.
Out of the gun, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. Result on the first set of downs.
Right.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the defense stepped up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the
R-I-G-H-C, that's right. R-I-G-H-C.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Should.
He's letting this one go for this is
S-O-H-U-L-G, that should.
Super territory. 46.
S-H-O-U-L-G, spells should.
On 1st down. Watson again. This is Johnson. Take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Johnson.
Together.
Touchdown on the
Play.
road.
Right.
Texans
Should. Would. Come.
It's up
Go.
and good. So this team's last touchdown in the first quarter, and they're tied 7-7.
Here. Goes. Repeat. Fall. Good. Puts. Also. 2. Against. Bones. Walk. Here. From.
Each team's
Against.
new.
New. Often. One. Always. New. Name. Cool. Say. Good. Cool. One. You. Was. Your. Do. You. Good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their offense in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And a tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
18-yard line.
On 2nd down at 4. Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception. And the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes. I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score Vikings 14, Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
There's a familiar sight. J.J. Watt with the sack. He's absolutely a force of nature when he's on the field. Unfortunately, he's only played more than 8 games once in the last 4 seasons. But when he plays full-time, he ends up being in the running every time for NFL Defensive Player of the Year, an award he's won 3 times in the past.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to try and go deep again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Watson. Out to his left. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
B.
Oh, this is Johnson. He's got a first down, then some inside the 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now Johnson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 there on the second run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Look at this, a tight end carry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating great plays.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn now and the extra point.
You done?
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Stop it!
Unit is out on the field, and they'll send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Not much there, only a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. A final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. As time expires in the first half, and the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not get its 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
You see him? See him? Right here.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Watson.
Where you throwing the ball?
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins, short throw to Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll be out of bounds. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal.
Of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Again, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go to Johnson again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Come on, man.
29 yards that time.
3-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd down, Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets this out.
They voting for the 2nd impeachment.
They get 7 out
Or
of
Trump.
that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I don't know, Ken. I don't forget. I ain't been in school.
Into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Cousins on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Gain of 19 yards.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Texans 27.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now? It's a one-score, 6-point game. Here comes Cobb. And they're getting down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Watson to give. This is Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
What the hell?
And this belongs to the Vikings. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
So
Hell, get the
still
ball.
10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins again. And Cook has it left side. works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17
Come on,
and a first
come
down.
on.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you got to be
Come
able to
on,
catch the ball
defense.
as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
On first down, it's Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively.
JJ.
Quarterback or drape all over the passing lane.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Cousins to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down
Oh,
as
come
they're
on,
able to
man.
get the
That's
50-yard
bullshit.
conversion. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins
Bullshit.
finding Thielen. From the red zone now, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. He's trained to catch everything.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Texans, the preparation pays off as they pick up their first win on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.